loud. That's your problem. You're the reason why they did it.
Well, it's very nice.
Yes. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not too grumpy today.
Okay, good. That's so nice.
Thank you for asking.
That's positive. Wait, but I've been such a fan for so long. I have to ask, because Love Actually is such a huge, it's Christmas time, we're getting closer. It's such a huge film for all of us. It's one of those movies we watch every year. And not every actor has that kind of film that you'd watch every year, unless it's a Christmas theme thing. Do you watch it? Do you and your family ever watch it? Or do you not watch yourself?
I make my children watch one of my films every evening and laugh at the jokes. If they don't get fed.
Yes, it's a good role. Speaking of kids, you have 5.
We think.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I know. I went mad in my 50s.
Yeah, that's so fun though. Do you enjoy? Do you feel like you've? I feel like when I had kids, I was pretty selfish in my 20s, and then in my 30s I had kids, and I feel like it kind of changed me in that sense. You have to be more selfless, and you have
How
to
many have you got?
2.
Ages?
And I'm good. 2 is a good number.
Oh, so you're finished. Yes.
I'm already outnumbered. Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of fatherhood?
Oh.
Because how old are they? What is the range?
Oh, I don't know. They go from, I have a 13-year-old daughter right down to a 6-year-old daughter.
Oh, okay, that's,
And there are some sons sprinkled in there somewhere.
Yes. Do you like, are you the jungle gym dad, or?
What's that?
They crawl all over you? Are you that one?
I love a bit of that.
Yeah.
I love a bit of that, yeah. I mean, there's a lot to dread, because I'm old and it's noisy and it's unbearable.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of hiding in the loo. I do a lot of sleeping in there
That's
now.
every parent.
Yeah, is it?
Yes, I'm like in the bathroom. There's a lock.
There's a lot, but they've pretty much broken it now.
Yeah, I think my kids probably think and assume I have IBS because I'm in there a lot.
Yeah. Well, children give you IBS, let's face it. But it is nice. It is. I mean, I'm going home tonight, and you know, let's face it, the bit where they jump in your arms, the 6-year-old, you know, she calls it her chimpanzee hug. I quite like that.
Oh. That's sweet. Yeah.
I've made myself cry.
Do you find you get more emotional the older you get? I find
Absolutely.
Me too. Okay, yeah. I mean, I cried a lot before, but, well, we know you as an actor, but you're also an amateur geologist. So you posted this on Twitter. What is that? What's happening there? Did someone tell you what it was?
I do strange things on Twitter when I'm drunk. This is...
I don't think you're alone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Don't drunk tweet.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lovely house in Provence in France, and I went for some walk and found a fascinating rock and wanted to know what it is. It's rather interesting.
It is.
It's bauxite. This is how you make aluminium. And there's only 2 places in the world where you find bauxite, and one of them is near me, and the other is in the Apennines here in America. And the reason... Everyone's switching off their TVs so
No, we're
fast.
not. I'm still stuck on aluminium. Because you say aluminum.
Say aluminum.
Yeah.
The reason that there's those 2 places both have bauxite is because the continents were together. It was the same seam before America and Europe divided.
Oh, no, I find that interesting. I'm one of those people that loves watching Planet Earth, all those things.
You can slip it all out.
Nope, nope, we're keeping all of it. Okay. Wait, speaking of Twitter, though, I do have a question. Your handle is Hacked Off Hugh.
Yeah.
What's happening there? And also, like, just to go deeper, you have a pic of Audrey Hepburn as a nun, as your profile pic, which is misleading.
But she's so pretty.
Isn't she? For her Twitter handle?
I got a bit of a thing about nuns. I don't know why. I was a nun in Paddington too, and I was rather good. Hacked Off You. Well, I hate social media, and I didn't want to be on it, but I have this campaign in Britain with my colleagues. It's about the abuse of people with terrible family tragedies who then get intruded on by our tabloid papers. And it's called Hacked Off, and that's why I'm Hacked Off You.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that.
Because all these people got phone hacked. You know, they had their phones listened to while they were grieving and all that sort of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. You have to snip that out, too.
Yeah. No, we won't. We're keeping all of it.
Okay.
Every bit of it. The continent, all of the speak. We need some commercials, everybody. I'm passing it over to Rachel to help out.
Hi, Kelly. I'm a huge fan of rom-coms, so Hugh, of course, I love you. Notting Hill is one of the best movies ever. In fact, last month, I even visited the bookstore in the film. I can't wait for this new movie, even though I'm usually the one watching a horror movie through my fingertips. But it's worth it to see you. Stay here. Kelly has more with Hugh after this.
We are back with Hugh Grant, everybody. That was a look at his new movie, Heretic. It's in theaters now. Man, this is a really messed up film. Like you were saying you didn't like horror. It's more psychological and a lot about, you know, religion as well. Explain the movie for everybody without ruining it.
It's very messed up.
Yes.
Yeah, two Mormon missionary girls somewhere in, I don't know, the Midwest. Their last stop one day, you know, trying to convert people is this house, and there's a very nice man who answers the door, who seems very interested, intelligent, kind, has a wife who's making a blueberry pie, invites them in, and gradually we learn everything is not at all as it seems, and it gets darker and darker and more twisted.
I mean, the prep for this role must have been kind of crazy, religiously speaking, with all the, I heard you had a vision board.
Yeah, I did a lot of research into killers.
Yeah.
And cult leaders, and that is pretty riveting stuff. I mean, you know, why they did what they did, and how nice and plausible and intelligent, I'm afraid to say, so many of them were. And in fact, charismatic.
Yeah.
And had all these followings. And even after they'd been arrested and imprisoned for slaying hundreds of people, they still had devoted followers. And that's pretty fascinating.
And scary.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he's an interesting guy. I saw him as sort of groovy, trendy professor. You know, the guy who teaches at university, but he's sort of down with the kids.
Yeah.
He's not wearing it there, but I saw him. The key breakthrough with this character was when I thought, yeah, this is the man who wears double denim.
A Canadian tuxedo. Yes, that's
Is that what it's called?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
A Canadian tuxedo, yes. I worked on another show where all he wore was denim. So religion is actually a big theme in the film.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes, and I actually found the song you reference in it, I was like, wait, what? And I went and listened to it afterwards, and I didn't realize how similar those were and how in life there are different iterations of the same thing. And yes. I thought that was really compelling.
The arguments I make in the film are actually brilliantly researched.
Yeah.
And to me, anyway, they were genuinely interesting. The arguments about, you know, how the central things in, for instance, Christianity, saviors born of virgins on the 25th of December and baptized in rivers and performed miracles, sacrificed and rose on the third day, that all those things are in hundreds of religions before Christianity. Mm-hmm. It's quite unsettling to people of Christian belief.
It is interesting, I don't want to run it, but how you bring a board game into play. And it was interesting how that board game started as something and then there was a different iteration,
Yeah.
I think whenever I was young and I was involved in church, it was one of those things that, well, wait, well, who had this right? Who had this right? You know what I'm saying? You had questions, right? So I think that's what's kind of riveting about it for me. But also, you're a very charming serial killer kind of vibe. And I think that's hard to do. But I heard that charm runs in your family. Is that true? Is your brother? Okay. And apparently someone here has been charmed by someone in your family. No, I hear your brother's very charming as well. Is that true?
He's lived off a kind of fake charm for 40 years.
Fake charm? Yeah, he's done well.
No, he can't stop. It's like a sort of nervous tick. Every single person he meets, you know, every taxi driver, almost people passing in the street, he has to go, hi, how's everything? You okay? You okay? And they all fall in love with him and adore him. Whether or not it means anything, I do not know.
Does that annoy you?
It's exhausting.
Why are you talking to everyone?
Yeah,
you would not want to hang out with me. Let's do a commercial break. Hugh's movie is called Heretic. It's in theaters now. We're going to see how well Hugh remembers his lines from some of his most famous roles next. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Hugh Grant is here with us, everybody. Hugh's latest movie is called Heretic. It's awesome, and in it, he has some great and super creepy lines that he delivers as only he can. Hugh has done this through many films, but how well does he remember the words he actually said? Well, it's time to find out, and this is Who Said It? Hugh said it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's Hugh said it. Am I nervous? Does Hugh Grant make me nervous? I don't know what's happening this entire episode. I'm becoming an idiot. It's super fun. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I don't know what's happening with me. I have a collection of, I blame you, sir. Okay, I have a collection of Hugh Grant quotes in my hand. I'll read those quotes, and Hugh will have to correctly name the movie in which his character said the line, "Here we go." Question 1. Okay, or quote 1. Everyone in the world knows who you are. My mother has trouble remembering my name.
No idea.
No. I would say it with a British
think
accent.
I know.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Notting Hill.
Yes!
Yes.
Look at you, baby Hugh. Baby Hugh. That, I gotta be honest with you, the thing I remember most in that movie is your roommate. Just so disgusting.
Yes.
Yes. What do you remember
We're all haunted
most?
by his underpants.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about doing that?
Terror. I was very frightened of Julia. She was such a big star, and but very nice.
Yeah.
What else do I remember? Absolutely nothing. But I tell you, it's a big thing in London now. Where I lived, it's a huge mecca for tourists, and all it is a blue front door,
Yeah.
shabby one. But they come from all over the world. to
Yes,
stand
they
in front.
do. Yes, they do.
It's very
yes.
weird.
All right, number 2. Here you go. I love this. Piracy is our only option. I remember this scene.
I did do a very good cartoon about pirates, but I think this is Sense and Sensibility.
Yes.
Yes.
It's when you're talking to the little. Yeah. Yes. I love this. This, I'm gonna tell you. I had Emma's daughter on, and I was like, please tell your mom, this whole film introduced me to Jane Austen, like when I was younger, and I got so into her because of this, because of y'all's
The film's better than the book, in my
No, it's so good, but it got me into that kind of literature. I'd never really been exposed to that before. What do you remember about that?
Well, it was directed by a brilliant film director, Ang Lee, who's from Taiwan, and who at that stage spoke almost no English at all. So it was a strange choice. And he was not only struggled with English, but he didn't have the normal way with British actors of, where everything has to be, that was wonderful, my darling, that was very, very good.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't do any of that. I remember doing a scene with Emma there, early on in the shoot, and then we went up to Ang Lee sitting by his little monitor where he'd been watching the scene, and we said, what do you think, what do you think? And he said, very boring. That was
Thanks, coach.
Yeah, that was the kind of man he was, but he's lovely.
Oh my God, sounds lovely.
Yeah.
So, wait, 3, okay. Maybe I have met the right girls. Maybe I meet the right girls all the time. Maybe it's me.
Is that 4 Weddings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. What do you remember about that film?
I remember... Well, it was my big break, really. I mean, I didn't know it was my big break. I tell you what I remember. We had almost no money. It was shot on a shoestring very quickly. And just towards the end of the shoot, they put some of it together. And at one lunchtime, they said, come on, everyone. Got the cast, the crew. We're going to go and watch some of the footage put together. And we all went and watched it. And there was not a laugh in it. It went down like a cup of cold vomit. And we all thought, oh, my God, what have we perpetrated? And for the next few months while they edited the film, I thought, well, I've got this nightmare film coming out, and it's obviously a failure. And then to my astonishment, and everyone's astonishment, people liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe some great editing.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing, because I don't think you know. Like, even with songs, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I think this song is going to hit, and it does not. And then when I'm like, this is horrible, and then it's like number 1.
I know, you don't
know. Yeah.
I try to work out whether... I tell you, with the romantic comedies, I have a new theory that came from my wife when she was watching one the other day, and she said, she was watching Love Actually. She said, this film is about pain. And I think she's right. The jokes are not just jokes to be ha-ha funny. They're there to deal with pain. Pain of unrequited love, pain of bereavement, pain of having a brother, with learning difficulties or whatever.
Pain of finding a locket that's not yours.
Yes, exactly. Pain of infidelity.
Yeah. Joni Mitchell, that scene gets me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird, because then I'll fast forward to it. What's that mean?
Well, that
I don't
says
know.
a lot about you.
I know, Hugh.
Why didn't you take us down that lane?
No, because sometimes you like to watch. You know what? No. Okay. Okay, that was Hugh said it. Be sure to go see Hugh's movie. Here are tickets in theaters now.